Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ed from EDTRAVELS, and I'm in Seoul, South Korea, about to catch my flight to Cambodia in a few. Please excuse if you hear some noise in the background. They're doing some construction, so I'm gonna try to make sure I speak up so you guys can hear what I gotta say. This video is about the American tourist, the brother that lost his life down in Cartagena. First and foremost, my condolences and prayers to his family. I know this is a very difficult time, but I want to take the opportunity to just say a word to all my brothers that are out there traveling wherever you might decide to go. Number one, you always have to stay alert. You know, in the military, we used to always say, stay alert, stay alive. And unfortunately, things like this happen no matter where you go in this world. There is no 100% safe country. Not taking anything away from what happened to him, but you know, like here where I live in Southeast Asia, guys get robbed and drugged, and some of them lose their lives. That happens all the time, unfortunately. And a lot of times it doesn't even get reported. You know, there were reports, and I'm not going to get into speculation. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to be party to that. But there were reports that he got robbed because of this all happened because of a fake gold chain. You know, and I've been to Colombia, both to Cartagena and Medellin, several different places, and I've seen that. I've seen guys coming down there flossing, flashing, and you just don't do that anywhere you go because you're bringing attention to yourself. You don't go into the clubs throwing money in the air and all the bottle popping to get attention, because you're going to get the wrong type of attention. Because you got to sit back and think, in these developing countries, you know, you're a come up. You know, when you touch on the ground, you're in the top 5% of money earners in that country. And they looking at you, they know you got money on you. That's why guys are getting scoped and unfortunately losing their lives down there. And it just doesn't happen to new travelers. It happens to experienced travelers. When I was in Medellin, there was a brother down there that lost his life that had been coming down to Medellin for almost 20 years. And he got. And the second part of that is people not taking heed to solid advice from people that live there or that have been going there for a while. Stay off Tinder. Don't leave your drink unattended. Don't bring attention to yourself. Go down there and act like you got some sense. Be a good global citizen. But that's ignored. And unfortunately, in this particular situation, there's going to be that ratchet group of people, you know, the passport bro, you know, blue book gentlemen, travel king haters that are going to capitalize on this man's tragic demise to try to continue to bash the movement and the lifestyle. And they're going to do that no matter what, because they're despicable human beings, period. Half of them don't have a passport, half of them haven't even traveled. So they talking out of their fourth point of contact, and all my airborne brothers know where that is. It's right below your hips. Again, it's tragic that this brother lost his life, but I feel sometimes that, when brothers like us travel, that some of us bring it on yourself. And I'm not blaming him at all. I'm just saying the attention. You know, there was also brought up that down in Colombia that a lot of the locals are upset because expats and digital nomads are coming down, driving the rent prices and the cost of living up. And there might be some truth to that. There is some validity to that. But also in a lot of these countries, a lot of the local dudes get jealous. I mean, you don't know, you holler at a chick, you don't know whether, her ex is there and they hating on you. I mean, all that kind of stuff can happen. But when I heard people talking about, well, don't travel to a dangerous country, well, that's true. That's like, to extent that's true. Let me preface that. Because what's going on in the Middle East right now, of course you don't catch a flight there. You don't catch a flight to Baghdad or Islamabad or, one of these super dangerous places. You go to the State Department travel website, statedepartment.gov, look at their travel advisories. And that's being a responsible traveler, and see what's going on before you go. But I think Colombia gets a lot of eyes on it because it's such a popular destination among passport bros, blue book gentlemen, and Travel Kings. Gets a lot of attention. It really, really does. I was in Medellin, and I have to lie, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I got caught up when I first got there. Looking at all them mangoes walking down the street, such beautiful women, you get caught up. I don't drink. Well, I don't drink anymore because I can't. But, if you're down there drinking and it's cheap, or you indulging in other activities, you start to let your guard down and your inhibitions down, and you start slipping, you start making mistakes, and they sitting outside waiting for you. They've peeped you from the time that you landed at the airport in some cases. The taxi drivers, the man at the door, the security guards, the bartenders, they know these girls that work there. A lot of these crews and gangs that are run by a dude. That guy is running that crew, and this is what they do. This is how they make their living. This is how they come up. But when, what hurts my heart is to see the same thing happen again and again. I went on Tinder. I met this chick. I brought her to my place. I left my drink. I woke up the next morning and everything was gone. Or you didn't wake up the next morning and everything was gone. Unfortunately, that continues to happen. And it's sad and it's tragic that things like this continue to happen. And it's sad and it's tragic that the people that are just sitting back, because it's ironic to me that anytime it's something negative, death or robbery, anything like that, is, see, I told you, see, I told you, see, I told you, because these people want you to fail. They want you to fail. And like I said before, we're wasting a lot of time talking to a lot of people about a lot of stuff that they don't understand because they ain't never been nowhere. They talking about places and what's going on in places that you point to it on the map, they don't even know where it is. That's why I always say catch flights, not feelings. I'm in Incheon right now. Maybe 3 people knew that I was flying here. Because it ain't none of their business. Pocket checking and penis policing a grown man, I just never understand it. Unless it's your girl, unless it's your money, I don't understand what it has to do with you. I pray that all my brothers that are out here traveling stay smart, stay safe, stay alert, so we stop hearing about these stories. And people talk about traveling to dangerous places. There were at least two or three major U.S. cities that were on the top 20 list of the most dangerous cities in the world. I'm not gonna name them because I'm not trying to bash people from those cities. But there were 3. Look it up for yourself, Google it. Most dangerous cities in the world. There are gonna be at least 2 U.S. cities that are on that list. It happens here. I'm from Atlanta, it just happened in Atlanta. Guy went to the club, went home with some chick, and boom, woke up the next morning, everything gone. It happens. Anytime you make yourself a mark, it's gonna happen. And for me, and I'm speaking for Ed, I'm not going to travel in fear. I'm not going anywhere that's overtly dangerous, but I'm not traveling in fear. I haven't been able to succeed in my life by being afraid. All I'm saying is be careful and watch out. And to all my brothers out there, and to the young man and his family who lost his life, my deepest condolences. I know this is a difficult time for you all. I'll keep you in my prayers and my thoughts, and it hurts my heart. This is a video that I hate to make. Y'all be safe out there, man. This is Ed from Ed Travels. Love you. Nothing you can do about it.